and welcome back to another episode of the Convoluted podcast. I'm your host, Liz. We got Jesus and
What's up?
Chris.
Great intro, by the way. Great intro. I liked it.
And our special guest, Angel.
Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you all. It's a pleasure of mine to be on the podcast to be able to talk to you guys today. So,
No, we're happy to have you.
We finally got someone new. Yay.
Hey, just because some of our previous guests are returning members, it was just a good way to introduce you guys to to interviewing people. So now that we have a new guest, it's time to really show your colors, both of you.
Yeah, well, you're adding some spices to the life, right?
So since it's normal for me to interview people, but I'm gonna let you guys take the reign and go for it. Like,
So, Angel, what is it that you do for a living?
I work in a warehouse. I work at
21? You stupid.
with Chris.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much a dog work. Sounds simple, but it's more complicated than that. Pretty fast. I don't like to talk about way too much.
Trust me, dude. I told him everything about that goes on in our work. I even told them about Sebastian when we had Sebastian. So they have a pretty understand. Yeah. So
That was Chris's twin brother. Two clumsiest people on the block.
no, okay. No, it's not. Look, listen. Both Angel and Sebastian had the same hair type, like the same hairstyle. I guess it's not. Like they had like really poofy hair, and then one time one of our other coworkers, Brandon, saw them from like a distance, like, yo, that's Angel's cousins, because look at their hair. I'm like, stop, dude. Don't be that mean to Angel, dude. Angel, at least I don't like Sebastian. So, and I told that to everybody, specifically everybody. I'm just like, I don't want to talk to him. He made me angry one day during training, and it was very, very bad. I hate
Now,
that.
Angel, are you an introvert like Chris is?
No, he's not. He's the exact opposite of me. He has friends and he's outgoing and he has a brand. So me,
Nah, I'm like, I'm a very, I'm not really a people's person. I am when I have to be. Like, I'm like not a likable person. I just get along with everybody. Like, that's just because.
So you're an ambivert.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't too big into those kind of words. I'm more of a simple, my words, but like, yeah, like a lot. I'm gonna be honest from the jump because I don't want to go that whole podcast and guess what I mean. I'm more into like simple words. Look, I'm just like people. I mean, I like to be by myself most of the time, but I get along with everybody.
what he's trying to say, he's a normal person. Okay, he's just normal. He likes.
Yeah, I like
to
this. I don't sit and look at the dictionary on my free time.
I just know
Alright.
words. Okay, that's it. That's all I do.
all right.
Well, Chris, do you know what an ambivert is then?
An ambivert?
Isn't it that kind of fish?
No. Ambivert is so you're not an introvert, but you're not an extrovert. So you're somewhere in between.
Like a normal person. That's what I said.
I don't know. You can be a normal person can be an introvert or extrovert. It just depends.
No, like if you put like what's it called? No, I guess whatever. That's sure.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this back a little bit back to our guest. So Angel, what brought you to us is we met a little bit ago on Chris's birthday, and Chris introduced you to us through your brand that you have, and going through your Instagram stuff and checking out your website. I'm actually currently wearing one of your T-shirts.
That's a lie.
At the moment.
I want that to be the thumbnail then for the podcast. I want that to be the thumbnail. I want you to have his merch on. So I
can do that. I can do that. It's not hard. I can take a couple photo shoots. I was gonna post a couple for Instagram for Monday.
Pictures.
So yeah.
Yeah. With the brand, I don't know. When I first started, like right now, I'm gonna talk about it right now. I just keep asking questions about it, but yeah, when I see people wearing the brand, it really does, like, it does not boost my confidence because, like, I already not cocky, but like, I don't really care much about confidence. But when I do see like when I see Chris wearing it or my other coworkers, and when I go to Portland visit my friends and they have it on, it's like dang, that's really that's my clothing brand, like, and it's it might be a simple clothing brand, but behind the big meaning behind it, mean a lot. And what I'm trying to do with it, I'm trying to just make a difference. If I can, even if it's just a little difference.
So what is it called again?
All right.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, when people hear that name, they're like, all right. Like, I'm like, no. When I named it All Right because pretty much I just want people to come together. So it's like if we had everybody, the whole world just sitting in one gigantic room, that's not even real. It can be the and just be like, all right, it's time to all right together, come together, and figure out solutions to end violence and bring more peace, or come together to stop diseases or homelessness and all that stuff. No poverty is like pretty much that's what All Right stands for me at least.
That's cool. That's cool.
So what?
Go ahead, Jesus.
No, go for it. Go for it.
Kappa.
What made you continue? What made you want to pursue this avenue? Besides the fact that you wanted to be uniting all of us, is that you're like?
The main reason I started the band was because I guess more about when I was younger. I went to school, and I went to school in Portland, so I went to school in Portland, Oregon City, and where else? Oregon City, Massachusetts. I'm originally from Massachusetts, but Portland probably like the toughest for me because out there, I think the biggest thing was how you dress, like how you look. Pretty much how you dress is what put you into a certain group, or you know what I mean, or like pretty much when you're younger, all you care about is just trying to have girlfriends or boyfriends. And if you ain't had the best clothes, you weren't the match. So it's like you're like a list of people who were had a chance. So I have nice clothes. Originally I started the brand so I can make affordable clothing with nice designs and have meaning behind it.
Damn, I was playing high school the wrong way then.
Nah, you probably having fun than me. Honestly, when I got to high school, I didn't care about that anymore. It was more like a middle school phase, but clothing is kind of expensive nowadays, especially with bigger brands making everything more expensive. You go to Nike, you buy a hoodie for $50. It has a Nike check on it. Like, wow.
And it probably only costs them $1 to make, with the out of the country labor.
Yeah. So most of my shirts I usually sell around 25 or 30. I think the cheapest was 25. My last job I actually did a $25 long sleeve, and it's pretty similar to a lot of designs that a lot of companies do because it's such a simple design. And most of those companies sell those shirts for like $40, $30, like $25. You're saving money, and usually I try to give back in a certain way. My most recent job in November, we took some of that money and and then I donated about 20 blankets and I think pieces of clothing like hoodies, shirts. I donated socks for people who were about to get hit by winter time because not a lot of people think when they think of Oregon, they just think rainy, but actually winter time is pretty freezing out here.
This is all true, by the way. He told me this the next day he did this at work. He told me that he actually did this. Like, you're lying. And then I saw his Snapchat. I'm like, okay, you actually did it. I'll respect you.
Nah. It's funny too. Like, Angel's good. He didn't do it for clout.
Yeah.
I didn't. And then you posted a Snapchat. I'm like, the Snapchat was like not even a full second. It was like a flick of trees. I'm like, and they show like one person.
I know, but still though. I know, but still though, I was like, damn, he actually did it, or at least he's about to do it, or he thought about it. That's what came to my mind. Like, okay, he actually did it, but at first I was like, nah, he's doing it for the clout, like everybody else does. And then I talked about it. I was like, okay, so I guess he's not doing it for the clout. He's just doing it because it's him. So I was like, okay, I respect Angel a little bit more now. I'm not gonna lie, I respect him a little bit more.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's a way good give back to the community. Yeah. I respect that.
That's why his name is Angel, because he's an angel. Oh, I did it. I made the joke.
I have the angel wings, so does that mean I'm still flying?
Like, probably. Day, we all gotta be dreaming we can fly. We're sleeping in our head. But I'm gonna ask a quick question. I want to ask you guys a question.
All right.
Shoot.
All right. I'm pretty sure everybody here is pretty similar to each other. What's your favorite anime?
That's a hard question, Angel.
That is the hard
Yeah.
question at the
I would have
moment.
to walk away from this one because I don't do anime.
All right, let's say favorite movie then. We do favorite movie.
You want? We can do it from a movie.
I can do movies.
Movies at the moment. Movies.
I like the
got too
13
many.
Ghosts. I like the 13 Ghosts. That one I
That's a
like
good
a lot.
movie.
I love
That one's
movie.
good.
Actually, that was a classic movie from back in the day. Hey?
Yeah, the one
Not
with
13, yeah.
the guy. I forgot what's the guy's name? Jesus, the monk. I forgot his actual name.
I'm trying to. I think I know who you're talking about. I'm trying to remember
Anyways,
the name.
that guy. I'm gonna if I look it up, I'm gonna butcher his name because I know it's some weird Russian name or something. No.
The 13 Ghosts, right?
13 Ghosts, yeah. Shit.
What's his name? Okay, so while Chris looks it up, I think I have a couple movies, but if I had to think of one off the top of my head, I would say Shutter Island.
Shutter Island.
Actually, like because it's been a while I've seen it, but it's still like really gripping film.
His name is Tony Shalahoot. I can't say his last name. You know how to say it.
Just say show and
show's weird.
Wait,
lube.
Jesus, have you watched because I was recommending the movie Chris, and yeah, you need to watch that movie. That's a really good
I watched it.
movie.
I told him about it because are you talking about the series or are you talking about the movies? Like, no, I'm talking about the movie.
But I know
like,
what it
okay.
is.
Yes, I have seen. I've seen it. I seen it the same weekend he told me to watch it because he's like he kept bugging about it at work. He's like, "You're gonna have to watch this movie, Chris." I watched it. I had to watch it twice because at first I didn't really understand it, and then I had to watch it the second time so I can be like, "Oh, okay, now I get the whole."
I think
the
I have
spectrum of it.
Okay,
I
have seen the movie. It's like a long time, but I've only seen it once.
There was a series. I think it was on TNT.
I can't remember most of it, but I have seen this movie.
But yeah. Then that Monday after I watched it, I told him, "Yo, I watched the movie." He's like, "No, you didn't watch it. What's it about?" I'm like, "Told you, it's literally just trains. It's just about trains and how trains are ruling the world at this point because there's no nations or whatever. You know, it's like an apocalypse."
What the heck? I mean, yeah, I guess.
Exactly. You can't tell me that's not what it is.
Well, you're like run by trains. Like, no, it's a single train there, Chris. But we gotta let Liz answer what's her favorite movie.
Oh, you noticed I didn't say anything. Okay.
Just pick what's one that's
I
kind
have
of
so many
currently one of your favorites at the
favorites.
moment. That's kind of what I went for, like something.
Well, I
recent.
did I really enjoyed the movie Soul that just came out on Disney Plus.
That is a wonderful
I
movie.
watched that movie too.
That was a really good film. I really liked it.
I liked it because it was about music. That's all I really liked about.
Yeah, but they also had really good actors in there too.
True.
It really.
Wait, so has everyone seen Soul before we talk about it?
Nope. I mean, I probably won't watch it. Not much. I mean, I usually like watching Disney movies, but I don't know. I see my niece and nephew watching. I'm like, yeah, it's probably not my.
It's a Pixar movie. I'll always watch a Pixar movie. I love Pixar.
I don't know. This one's really interesting because it's really just debating about kind of
what happens after death, basically.
No, it's more about purpose.
Yes.
Like it's more about
that
purpose.
That kind of does too.
It's more like because I found out that I know someone who after finishing the movie thought that the entire movie was that life was not worth living.
What?
Exactly. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? That's not what the movie was about.
You must have a really depressing life like, if you think that's what the movie's about.
Like what? I was like wondering, like, how did you get that from the entire movie? That this movie, the entirety of it, is just telling you that life isn't worth living. Like shit. That was not the purpose of this movie whatsoever. Like, whoo.
It's definitely a worst case scenario.
I
don't know about that one.
Yeah,
that went dark. That went really dark. The opposite end of that movie.
Yeah,
exactly. I did not expect that answer from someone. But overall, that film, it's a very, very good interpretation of how original like Toy Story Pixar to now Soul Pixar has changed in so long. Like so many things in the backgrounds, characters' faces, just. So much has changed in when was Toy Story 1 released? Back in 1994? 96?
But let me just double check.
Yeah, well you check.
It's 1995, the first Toy Story.
Oh, we were close. Yeah, that's pretty good. 1995, so what? 15 years, a little over 15 years. 15 years of animation has got us from the boy who is supposed to be Andy, and they had to use that model for all the other kids. to now having so many individual character models in the streets of New York. That is crazy. 15 years. Like, really good.
Pixar's the best.
That's why we come so far with technology. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
We need to go farther. I need to be able to see a lot of things with space before I die. Hope I can go to space.
He wants to go
Be
to
a normal
space.
thing, you know?
He wants to go to Mars like Elon Musk promised us. He wants to be there.
We will one day. Give us probably 15 years, and you'll be able to go to space like as a little mini trip. So 15 years. 15 years.
But
So-
how long are you going to stay there to alternate your DNA? Just curiosity.
Jesus, you're the scientist. Tell us what's gonna happen if we.
What are you talking about? I don't even know what she's talking
Tell
about.
us what's
Alternate
gonna happen
DNA.
if-
Are you like are you leaving the spaceship to like sunbathe by the sun's radiation?
No. Okay, so they did an experiment. They sent one twin. So they did identical twins.
Oh, okay. So
And
yeah,
they-
I can. I'll let you just say, and I can explain the science behind that.
So they sent up one of the identical twins. And it was really interesting how the cells were manipulated and changed in space. And they say that it does change you like a fraction of a second every time you spend that moment in space. And I think he spent about a year up in space, if I recall right. And then when he
Yes.
came back different, he came back and they did a cell comparison between the twin who stayed on Earth to the twin that was up in space, and they saw a little bit of a difference in it. So it's interesting. So like he didn't age as fast as he did the one on Earth or something like that. I can't remember. It's been a while since I read the article, but I thought it was curious, interesting.
So the thing you're talking about, it's one of the first things that people started looking into it, where it gave kind of a weird science to how time is distorted by gravity, basically. And since there's less gravity, it takes less effect on just living cells, and the way it I can like be bullshitting most of this, but this is from what I'm remembering because it's been a long time since I heard this article. But what I remember is that it's just a way time is kind of like being felt by the human body.
Making him like 2.63 seconds like younger than his brother or something.
Yeah,
like that?
Because when you're in space, there's like the time, because like I think we mentioned this before in another episode. Time is just kind of our construct, because when you're in space, there's really nothing to govern time besides someone having a clock and saying that's what time it is. I think they have their own like universal time in the space station that dictates kind of what's on Earth. But overall, the way they feel time is completely different than the way we do here on Earth. And kind of the way like us as the public will eventually be able to kind of just enjoy a space trip, it would probably be only for like a couple hours, and then you'll just be back. It's going to be like a roller coaster ride, a very expensive roller coaster ride, but you'll be going up there.
Very expensive.
It'll probably be what I'm thinking when they will do this is they'll do like a whole loop around the planet, so you can kind of see the implant. So this will be the first part to stop the flat earthers, but even then they'll deny everything.
Didn't the flat earthers do like a what's it called a trip to the edge of the world, and they found out that there's no edge of the world, it just keeps going?
Chris, you don't know the science,
What
man.
science?
The end of the world starts in Antarctica. There's the science behind.
Not.
Anyways, but basically that there is a science. You just gotta look into it. Anyways,
it's flat Earth
all
science,
joking
I don't
aside.
care.
Friday the conspiracy theories. Remember, we're gonna have an episode about this. He's been doing his research.
Yeah, we're doing
Can't believe you're
research.
doing-
So if you want to do flat Earth, Chris,
No, I don't want to talk about flat Earth.
But-
It makes me lose brain cells.
anyways,
I'm sorry.
so the
What
way
brain cells?
Exactly.
oh
That's what I'm saying.
so so the way we'll be end up eventually getting to get a chance to view basically just native space and see our planet from a different perspective will probably be on a like a full lap, like probably a lap or two around the Earth, just kind of getting a chance to see everything, which would be awesome overall. But it's not going to be cheapest, so it's only going to be some of the more higher end people who are going to be enjoying this stuff. But it's going to be happening.
Yep.
There you go. That's the reason he has the logo All Rise, because he wants to go to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I need to get the brand going a little farther because by the time it comes around, you have money ready.
But
I remember being it difficult for people in the clothing industry. It's just because my brother and his friends had done one too. It was pretty
Really?
cool. And this is like several years ago. They had kind of done their own logo. I think they said it was. I want to say something about Kingdom. I can't remember the exact name of. Again, I don't. It's got to be over 10 years ago. And one of the shirts was My Hood, and it was Mount Hood on it. And it was one of the people who created it. He put his symbol at the bottom of it. It was, yeah. So I know it's a difficult process and a long process. And I guess if you have more people in the
industry.
in the circle, you have a lot of people who are going to conflict. So Angel, is it just you who comes up with these designs, or do you have another person that you
It's just
bounce?
me. Like usually, like what I try to do is I try to make one of the designs. You know, sometimes it is kind of hard being original because you know humans have been around for so long. Like everything you thought of, you know, it's funny. Chris told me this actually. He's like everything you thought of, everything you ever said, somebody said for. Somebody thought of the idea that you think you probably thought of first. Somebody probably thought about it because there's billions and billions of people on Earth. So being the original is kind of hard. But yeah, I come up with my own designs and like meanings behind it. I try to have as much meaning behind my design as possible. So that's what kind of gets me. It kind of gets hard, especially because your biggest credit is always gonna be yourself. So.
True.
Told him about that.
Okay.
Now I can make something that like, man, this is like, I don't like this, and you know, 10 other people are like, man, this is fantastic, and then 10 other people are like, oh, that's okay. You know, it's kind of hard pleasing everybody, but I was told to, if I like it, put it down, and whoever likes is gonna buy it.
Hey, I told you that. We were half drunk, but I did tell you that. No, I didn't.
I'm stealing all my credit.
Anyway.
I shout out my biggest supporter though, Chris and his brother Edgar, man. Chris always shows love. I have a pretty. There are a couple people in my circle that always show and appreciate the people that support me. I mean, right now what I've been kind of doing is just focusing on like, you know, following other people and making the effort to gain more followers. I think I did my first drop, only had like 50 followers, and now I've been following people. People have been following me back, and I think I'm around like 330 followers on my Instagram page. So it doesn't make a difference, you know.
Yeah, networking. That's kind of the same business we're in.
Yeah, but the hard part is like the money part is like I put all the money comes from me, and then the designs come from me, and I gotta pay people, and then it's like everything is always like comes back to me. It's never just like design and have fun with it.
True. All right. So a few weeks ago, a couple hackers were able to ransom people who had were able to hack into some Bluetooth enabled chastity belts.
What?
Yeah. So what ended up happening was there was either this one person or a group of people found a flaw in chastity belts that had it and just literally locked them up and were ransoming these individuals to pay them money or they were not going to get them off. They literally had their cock in their hands.
Gross.
Vaginas.
Yeah.
What kind of sick person you have to be to say, "Look, I got your cock in my hand. What are you gonna do about
actually,
it?"
Funny you say that. He was actually messaging people like that too. He was just like,
"Are you serious?"
Yeah. He's he was like,
see, not original.
So
I'll give you an A for creativity, but that's a little bit harsh, dude.
So
especially if you're a guy.
I like things. That's a good way to really get them to pay.
So yeah,
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So what happened was, let me see here. So the cellmate chastity cage was built in it doesn't matter where it's built, but the hacker was asking roughly between $300 to $500 per unlocked or Bitcoin to unlock it, and people were reporting it to the company because one, there was no other way to unlock it apparently besides the Bluetooth mechanism. And some people paid up, and some people had to call and found a way to break it with a screwdriver, but that kind of broke their warranty on those things. But
Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to, pay the guy up or wait for the company to figure out when they can, get this guy out? But he's already in.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I don't know, man. Some people go to the extremes, and you got to learn what.
How desperate do you got to be for money to be like, yo, I'm gonna take this guy's chastity really quick?
There's more than one, man. There was a couple. There was like a couple dozen people that were locked up.
I don't understand how people come up with this stuff, or like how people come to think with this stuff, man. I'm just like, why? What kind of like situation do you have to be like, you know what? Today I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and hack somebody's chastity belt. That's my way to get out of poverty. Just
It's a
hack some chastity. Like what?
It's called money rules the
exactly.
world, man.
That's a dumb way to rule the world if you're gonna steal chastity belts.
Wait. Talking to that's Angel just did a perfect transition about money ruling the world. So has everyone been following the whole GameStop situation?
Yeah,
A little bit. It was a topic of the night last
Oh,
night.
cool.
Tonight.
Yep.
So for anyone listening, it's the day we're recording, and to kind of get a basic overview of what's currently happening. So what ended up happening was GameStop earlier in the year, probably a little later, early last year. I would say it started early last year. Was selling roughly between about $5 a share, and it's currently sitting at as a day of this recording like $2.50. If anyone wants to go check really quick.
But yeah, I heard it was up to $3.50 at one point. I was
so it's currently sitting at $3.25. So it has gone. It's gone.
Okay, so it came down $25,
like significantly. So what ended up happening was there was a couple people on a Reddit called r/Wall Street Bets, and there was a group of people in there who realized that that some hedge funds were short selling GameStop because that's kind of how some hedge funds places work. They kind of buy kind of borrow stock, sell it, and hope for it to be low enough so they can buy it low and make money off it when it goes up. But what ended up happening where these Redditors decided to, fuck you, and we're just going to buy GameStop stock. And it just kept rising and rising and rising to the point where right now it's sitting at $3.25, and a bunch of hedge fund firms are like in like $70 million debt because of the everyday people.
The stocks people
wow,
wanted us
that's
to
good.
do, though?
I mean, the people came back on it. That's the whole
Okay, sorry,
thing.
what?
I was finished. But I was gonna say, isn't that what they told us to do anyways? Like, if you want to make money, we should invest in
Exactly.
stocks.
So this is a thing. This is an interesting thing. Like, there was a study done that only like 5% of Americans actually invest in stock. Like, and probably out of those 5%, like 0.5% are the people who really control the stock market. Like that whole thing that the rich control the world, which is basically true if they have most of the money. But in this certain point, this is where the everyday person took initiative and said, fuck you, and we're gonna take a piece of that pie because we decided to play the game. And then apparently, so more recently, now that the
investigation, right? They want an investigation.
So now
right?
people are like now that people are noticing all this stuff happening, like like all these top billionaire people are like, hey, what are you guys doing? You shouldn't be doing this. Like, you're making us lose money because the average person, has figured out how to play the game, and they don't like that we know how to do it. Like, they're the ones, like, They don't want us to be in their playground, basically. And that's why they're losing a lot of money, like more than one place, but one place for sure is losing about $7 million. And it's just like, now we have the ability, or we used to have the ability to, I have a little bit topic to kind of transition to that, but we used to have the ability to have a chance to make a difference. But during those a couple of weeks, we were like really giving it to these companies, saying, yeah.
To the man,
And
basically.
it was not only GameStop, they were doing like AMC, they were helping out AMC, all these companies that felt like they were going to go under, like the movie theater stuff, things like that. Like any person out there is like, their stocks are low, it's probably going to go down. Like big people like that will buy it high, sell it, and then hope to buy it low. That's how they make their money. But thanks to a group of individuals online, they decided to say, no, we'll fight back. And now they're
Way to go,
I think it's
go for it, Angel.
yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea because if there's any way you can make extra money, it's not a bad thing. So see if it's. I seen this actually. I seen a meme. I don't know. I'm not gonna word it correctly, like exactly word for word, but pretty much it said, "What's horrible to do if you're poor, but smart to do if you're rich." It just basically says just to use the stock market, and it's kind of true now that average person is making like a lot of money. Like I think my friend told me somebody made like 12,000 on GameStop. It's like, wow, he's abusing the system, but yet when the rich do it, it's okay. So it's a good thing for the average person to make money off of stocks. I think a lot of people should look into and invest in it. I haven't done it, but it's called obviously do your research before you enter.
Exactly. Yeah, you kind of put it right. Yeah, there's a lot of talking about that. Yeah, a lot of people have because of this little event. A lot of people have been able to pay off medical debt, pay off like just debt in general. A lot of people use this money because a lot of people invested early when it was just low enough to like buy individually. Because right now I think there's like 9 big players in the whole like meme thing, and then there's like a bunch of smaller people who just joined to be a part of it. But there's like 9 individuals who like bought so much of it, where when they bought it originally, at the moment now they're sitting close to like probably 10 to $20 million at the moment. Actually, I did.
Smart moves. People paying
Exactly. But now moving kind of continuing because Liz brought up the thing that they're investigating stuff. So there's one of the reasons I'm going to be pulling out of the stocks now because there's Chris and me both have the Robinhood app.
I don't have it anymore.
So
my brother's.
I'm now. What happened actually just like probably less than 40 hours ago was Robinhood and a few other apps that do these free trading stuff restricted the ability for you to purchase certain stocks. Basically, put a stop to this craziness because it was estimated that 50% of Robinhood stockholders had close to over half of GameStop stock. So they were stopping the ability for the individuals to buy stock, and that's pretty fucked up. If you say you're taking away the tool for a person to basically.
And there's a rich man behind
Oh
that.
no. So the
app.
company that is under the Robinhood app is one of the companies that is like losing millions of dollars. So
he's just being
like you know what? At this point, you know what? Fuck Robinhood. I'm gonna pull all my money out of there and just find something new because
I was about to say I found a new app that I'm using now. I'm using Webull.
Yeah,
I've heard about that one.
That one's everybody's using that one now, I guess, because apparently there's like also what's it called? Someone made a petition to sue Robinhood for not letting them.
So they're doing a class action lawsuit against them because they are. There's a couple things. One for sure is they're restricting the right to free trade. there's like a lot of things are happening. A lot of people are arguing, but there is currently a class action lawsuit against Robinhood. Like I said, I myself, I'm about to pull out all my money soon. I'm just waiting for my Dogecoin to go up a little bit more because that like.
Did you actually get Dogecoin?
No, I didn't. But it was Dogcoin. It became Dogcoin.
Did it? Oh no. Anyways, yeah, because I bought it back when it was like less than a quarter of a penny, and now it's like worth like 4 cents. So I made like 2,000%. So I'm up to like a.
Is it really worth 2 cents?
No, it's worth 5 cents.
Because I was gonna buy some when it was like 2 cents. I was telling Angel to like, Angel, should I invest in Dogecoin? He's like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, well, it's just cryptocurrency. Like, I still don't know what that
Dude.
is. Just tell me if it's a good
Like,
idea.
I don't like to speak on subjects. If it's about something I don't know, I don't like to give my opinion because I'm.
Oh
my
no! I
God.
you know what's funny is I was thinking back when I was gonna buy it, I was like, maybe I should invest like $100 worth of it, but I didn't. Which now at this point I wish I did, because I only invested $7 into it, and now I'm up $250.
Are you serious? God damn it!
Yeah,
So
it's crazy. It's
I'm
amazing.
if I do a
I would
quick,
I was
know.
literally about to like.
let me see. I can do a
I
quick.
hate
I can
this
do
so
a quick
much.
calculator. When I bought it to what I'm sitting at now, if I did invest back when it was only a quarter of a cent, and I bought $100 of it, I would be sitting at that's a lot of money.
How much? Tell me right now.
$110,000.
Oh my.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
If I invested
Hey, Angel. Angel, it's time to invest in some Dogecoin, dude. This is your opportunity to get in. Ask all the.
At the moment, no, I wouldn't recommend it at the moment. It's too high, but
This is a crypto.
yeah, it's a.
Like, there's no way they're gonna allow it to keep going because like, it's gonna affect
No,
the companies.
Not
Which isn't a
Doge.
bad thing.
Crypto's different
But-
than most things. Crypto is its own kind of like minefield. So yeah, it's its own weird little area. You kind of have to really watch because
I think that ahead.
because Dogecoin is now back to 2 cents. So
Good.
I
can buy $15 worth of it.
yeah, because so like honestly, I should have sold a little bit ago, but I'll let it ride because now it's still worth a lot of money. I'm probably up till $100. It was before, so but yeah, crypto is a really scary thing to kind of be in, but like overall investing, it's something that either you just kind of let it ride, or you have to do your research, because some people just decide to put in a lot of stuff. Because there was a video I saw.
I don't know what Apple is, but they just think instantly, okay, they sell a bunch of stuff. Or I'm
Kind of that's one of the reasons I bought Tesla stock. And
but I was about to say, like, but if you're spending I mean, if you don't know something, why would you spend like $15,000? Like, why not just spend like, I don't know, like $100 or something smaller than that?
Some people just,
that's just me. That's just me asking questions. So I don't know.
Same reason why Columbia traveled across the sea.
Exactly, or they're stupid.
Yeah, and then what happened after Columbia crossed the sea?
He conquered.
Fucking murdered people.
Yeah.
He murdered people. That's facts.
But yeah. Wait, I have a question for you three. Who has Snapchat from you three?
I do.
No. Don't even ask me. You know
The other two?
Me and Angel have a Snapchat.
Okay, so I just found out this morning that Ryan Reynolds is having a new TV show on Snapchat. It's a Snapchat exclusive.
Nice.
Called.
I don't follow him.
Yappa.
I don't follow him. I'm sorry.
He's funny though.
I like him.
Like
I
Ryan
heard
Reynolds,
there's a
no,
third
but
one
that's-
coming around.
You crazy, man.
Hey man, Ryan Reynolds is funny, but I don't follow him on social medias.
I
I just because every time I hear about him, it's always like it's like already somewhere else. Like, oh, then
true social.
why follow him if if someone already just said like, oh, he's here, or like he's doing this now, or he's promoting this, I'm like, okay, well, at least I know now. I'm in the know.
Here's a good question then, since we're kind of we're three of us, 3 out of the 4 are in the social media game. So I'll ask. Well, Liz will answer first. How many social medias are you on? And we'll start with Liz, since she has the least.
What,
Okay,
Facebook
Facebook.
one?
Okay. What about you two?
I gotta count. Hold on.
Hackers.
I gotta count. Hold on.
Okay. Well, I don't use my social media anymore. It's more. I use social media more for brand, but I'm on Snap, Instagram, Facebook. Well, Facebook more for family, and Twitter.
Yeah, that's what I keep it for.
But like Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat is more for like I can promote my brand and stuff like that. It's not really about just go on and like this is my life.
I would still count it.
I think I would say I got Snapchat, I got Instagram, I got Twitter, and I use Reddit. So 4.
Okay.
But I don't even post anything though. I just do it because that's how I keep up with everything that's happening in the world.
So I'm looking at mine. I'm sitting at 1, 2, 3,
6.
5. I'm sitting at 5.
Don't forget TikTok. Don't forget TikTok.
I don't use. Well, like I said, does that count as social
Oh
media?
yeah, I think that's TikTok.
I would say yeah.
No,
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
It's just like Insta.
TikTok is a social media. Anything that has a group setting is social media. I would say.
Okay, then 5. But that's just my recent one. That's
I would even say
I'm talking
Discord.
about my
Discord
addiction.
itself is also a group social media because it's a group thing.
I don't use Discord that often. Then never mind. Yeah, so 5. Just 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6.
I was right. I called
Yeah,
that.
6. Yeah, I use 6. But over half of those are for all the podcasts and stuff like that. Things like that. I don't even need it. So, but yeah, that's kind of it's you kind of have to be linked into almost everything if you're gonna promote anything.
Like how we're promoting Angel's stuff.
Yes, that's why he's on the show.
So he can promote his stuff.
Exactly.
Chris, remember when I gave you those shirts?
Yep.
Like,
Here it is. Here it
Okay, I want to hear that.
Hey, I had a single purchase from a family member of Christopher Curry.
Okay, go for it. I want to hear this.
No, he was just saying that.
No.
Okay, he was saying that how he gave you guys free merch, but you guys said you were gonna buy stuff for him, but you guys never bought anything because you guys are slacking, for a better word. But whatever.
I didn't get an invite, so
I'm sorry, Liz.
I'm just waiting for. I'm waiting for his next drop.
How am I lame? Since I'm the how am I lame? Since I'm the one who always like says, yeah, I'll buy that real quick. I don't even care what it is. I just say, is it a hoodie or whatever? That's all I ever ask. And then what do I say? Yeah, I'll take 1 or 2. Exactly.
Yeah, they're asking for a special pair of boxes with this says "R." And I'm like,
that's true.
I'm waiting for your next drop.
I want the eye on the front.
He's waiting for. Me personally, I'm waiting for your next drop, but because the eye.
My next drop is actually gonna be really nice because I'm not trying to cut you off, but pretty much my next drop is actually gonna be towards encouraging women's equality and women's rights, empowering women, because even today men look at women as less and not equals. And if you think about it, a lot of things that roll about women actually are ran a little better because they avoid, it's just like they avoid wars and stuff like that. And honestly, I think we had Hillary Clinton. Nice to politics. I barely started doing politics this year because whatever. But I think our country would have went in a different direction if Hillary was voted as president and stuff like that. But like I said, I know people. Well, this is the reason why she was, or she would have been better because of this. I get it, but I think women should have a lot more spots in higher up positions, in the government.
About equal pay.
Yeah, it is.
I'm all for equal pay. I'm all for better, jobs for women. I mean, and even environments in general.
Yes, I agree on that because that's what I pay both of you the same amount.
You don't pay us.
Exactly.
No, but
But no, the
it is
sexual harassment is higher for women to receive than men. I'm just
yeah,
saying.
it is a big problem in not just our country, but in the world in general.
Oh
And it's like
yeah, for
something that
sure.
is always swept under the rug. And I don't know. I mean, if I had like a position where I could just, that'd probably be one of the big things I would speak up on. That's why I'm hoping Kamala Harris that she actually speaks on like because she's at that second highest position in the country that she helps and speaks up on that situation. Not because she's a woman herself, but it's just something that needs to be talked about. Joe Biden, our president now, should speak up on that type of situation as well. Like there's
Yeah.
actually a situation in New York where women are expected to instantly if a guy tries to talk to you to respond to them right away, you're rude. There was actually a situation in New York where this woman went to the liquor store and she was buying liquor and one of these guys offered to pay for her and she rejected. She's like, "Oh no, I can pay for it myself." And they actually attacked her and beat her just for her saying, "Oh, she was fine."
That's bullshit.
What?
That
I
is
don't know. I don't know if it's just
bullshit.
because I don't know if it's because I feel that way about that type of situation because I was raised by my mother and not my dad. Maybe that might be the reason why, but it's just something that just
Oh,
common
I think
sense.
that is a huge, huge influence, to tell
Yeah,
you the
so
truth. And I'm
that's
not
why.
against, single dads, and I'm not against, two-parent households. I am not against that. But I do think that it definitely plays a role when um, boys who are raised by their mothers have a different outlook, a
Yeah,
different perspective compared to, you know, boys being raised with their dads.
that's true. And it's like, and you would think like most of these people that do these type of acts, like attacking women just because she rejects you, is like, you're that insecure about yourself. It's like when you have your daughter, you're gonna have maybe a daughter one day, right? But you have a granddaughter. Do you really
I
want
do
like
have a
to her?
daughter.
Yeah, seriously. Like if I have a daughter, like I might be a little bit like something like that would happen. A daughter was attacked because she rejected a man by her something because she could pay for herself. Like that would probably make me go crazy. That's like something you think you wouldn't hear about, but it's such a common in the world, and like I said, it's always swept under the rug. It's like okay, on to the next story. It's like that shouldn't be the next story. We should focus on the story and bring attention to it.
Mhm. I think, women being independent and thriving and being able to pay for their own stuff and they don't need a man, that's great. I'm one of those and I keep pushing my daughter to be one of those thinkers. You don't necessarily need to have another person in your life. It's great if that person shows up, to be a part of your life who wants to be
Yeah,
equal, but
yeah.
not,
So
it doesn't have to be the person to value things.
yeah,
So
how do you feel about that, Chris? Jeez.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
Quality? Quality is just equality,
Yeah,
man. It's like I don't know. Everybody deserves equality. You can't just be like, oh, you're a certain type of person, or oh, you're a certain type of whatever. You're into this, you're into that. Like you can't just discriminate that. That's just weird. Like, like one thing right now that I thought about was like some people who like enjoy like watching anime, like people who like in like when I was in high school, they'd be like, oh, you watch anime? That's so weird, dude. That's so childish or whatever, and then now some people are like, different, like, oh, do you watch anime? Like, yeah, do you remember you used to bully me for watching anime? Like, yeah, but that was like before. Like, no, 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 you're just now like riding the wave at this point, because why would, if you like anime now, why didn't you like it before then? It's
So
like,
that's just all. It's a huge topic we're about to talk about, but we can kind of delve into a little bit. It's more of the situation where people have to kind of either learn and understand. It's a learning and understanding thing of just the mentality of the world around you and getting to understand the rights and wrongs. Like there is no 100% right and wrong on certain topics, but but it's just like trying to the old quote of walking in someone else's shoes. Just getting to like just understand someone and agree or disagree on different things. You don't always have to agree or disagree on. Like that's kind of the only real issue is just moving forward, which is a hard thing these days now, because there's no
Oh yeah, well, think
culture pushes at this point, and also like people who like understand politics a little bit more than we do, because I personally was not into any politics at all until like the last couple of years, but that was more just to kind of watch the train wreck that it was. And it's looking like right now at the moment it's kind of and I'll be honest, I'm not gonna. The only reason I was kind of paying attention was kind of just to find out what the fuck was gonna happen next. And if you're gonna ask me, am I gonna be paying more attention to what's gonna be happening now? I probably won't. I'll just kind of view it on the sidelines, and if something happens, I'll look into it. But I'm not gonna be as invested as I was before.
I think a lot of people are like
But
that.
yeah, it's because for the last 8 years we were basically a sitcom to the world and to ourselves too, and and
Yeah.
Still think it's a sitcom. It's a terrible joke.
Well, I mean, I think it's kind of weird because if you think about it, so back in 2008 when Obama was elected president, like the first African American, the first color, it was such a high spike in voters from the black community and other minority communities. I think that same thing happened now, especially with social media. Social media does actually have its perks. I guess you could say the younger generation kind of helped push Trump out of being the president. Which like I said, I don't like to speak on politics because everybody has their personal reasons. But I think if it wasn't for social media and stuff like that, I think if we just take social media out of today's current time, I think President Trump probably would have been still president. Because when something happens, like a big time story, back then you had to watch it on the news to find out about it. Now you go on Instagram, you'll see it. You go on Snapchat, you'll see it. You go on Facebook, you'll see it. It's like there's no way you can escape a story nowadays.
true.
It's also true. It's
true.
very true.
But again, it's the news. It's the news. What they want to divulge in information.
Yeah.
We have to realize what do they want. It's the journalism. What do they want to tell the story and how they want to tell the story. That's not the actual. Oh, this is what happened.
Well, that's where social media
Yeah.
comes in, because then you have the individual story when you start seeing people from their perspective.
But you see both sides of it too. I'm being on social media. You see both sides of the story, and granted,
See the good, the bad, the ugly.
Exactly.
If I could ask for one thing in the government, I would ask to get a lot of those older men out of there, because a lot of the government those positions are usually controlled by like dudes that were born like in. You don't see too many. I mean, at least I haven't seen like a lot of women in like the higher up positions. So like you see a lot of guys that are born in the 50s and 40s, around the 40s.
The good old days.
So they grew up in a certain way. Yeah, they grew up like in the not to make it about race, but like a time where we were like the dominant race. So it's like most people that are in positions to make decisions for our country kind of sometimes think that same way. Back then a woman was supposed to just be at home and cook and clean and do all that stuff, and the white man was the most powerful man. It's like if they still think that way in today's time, it's like like I forgot what state it was. I don't know if it was state where they banned abortions. And it's like why is a man making the decision for a woman of what she can do with her body? It's like it's just like I think when it comes to stuff like that, we need to have more votes from different people instead of just one man himself or one woman herself.
I agree. When you think about it, it's birth control. What about how birth control can be affected on men? There's no real studies on that because it's a man backing on the women should have the birth control.
Yeah.
So it's the women's job to make sure they don't have the babies. Well, it's a two-part job, isn't it? Not?
Yeah. I think it's like I said. That's why I like to really when it comes to like stuff like that quality, I get really to it because it's kind of what I think about a lot often. Sometimes I see it and it's like, man, it's like, why is this talked about enough? So I think we need more.
It's not talked enough.
need more people from the current time. Like I feel like people like what's his name? I forgot his name. Oh, Bernie Sanders. Like Bernie Sanders is like somebody who I feel like is always pushed out of the government. The government really, yeah, he's a part of the government, but like if he would have been the president, like if he would be into the candidate, made it to the top, and to try to get the presidential seat, I feel like he would have made a big difference. A lot of people like Bernie Sanders because he spoke on equality and he spoke up on all the stuff that needs to be spoken about. And it's like I feel like he tried so hard
I
to
agree
avoid
with
him.
you. I agree with you. He's a forward thinker.
Yeah, and
So.
I don't know. We'll see. I think in the future when it's time, I can't even speak right now. When it comes time again, when the next president election happens, like I think everybody should really be more invested into it. Not just because we need to get a certain person out, but like really see like how can they help our communities? How can they help you? How can they make a difference in today's society? And not just because it's a trend and let's do it now. So I think it is something we should all take our time and
It
learn
should
about.
also be considered not. Sorry to interrupt, but I'm just saying it should be not also a two-party country anymore. I think we should be voting on popular vote. I voted for a third party who I thought would be a great president.
Yeah, that is true. Like there are a lot of parties, but then it's like, let's just make it about the two. It's like pretty much like it's kind of like a celebrity boxing match for the country every 4 years. Like let's put these two parties together, see who wins. And it's like, I mean, it's kind of a normal thing now, but at the same time, it's kind of embarrassing because like there's so many people out there that are actually more suited to run the country than just those people that are represented by these two major parties. Basically, all that is money rules the world. That's why those people are always at the top.
Hey guys, I'm gonna head out. Talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Looks like she got the appointment.
Perfect. That's fine. Because we're getting towards the end of the show anyways, so perfect time. So Angel, I sent you a message earlier how the show ends. So at this point, this is where we ask our guests to share a story about themselves of the most strangest, weirdest, most convoluted thing that has ever happened, you have ever done, or you have ever encountered.
You gotta explain to convoluted.
It's just confusing. Like anything weird or confusing that's ever happened to you, you're like, damn, that really just happened. That's
you can't.
crazy. Like no one's ever gonna believe.
And you came to the Convoluted podcast without knowing the name.
He just explained it to you. He doesn't know big words. Leave him alone.
Convoluted. It's just.
I'm not into
That's not a big word.
It's a big word. Leave him alone.
And if I don't hear it in a normal day conversation, then it ain't a word I'm used to. Confusing. I would say, probably when I was I'll probably like and I don't know if you guys are in Portland often, but they have the Max. And I'm 10 years old. I get out the Max, and this guy, I know the guy, but he was just as a woman, is like just started hitting on me, and like he's like, "Hey, sexy," it was just so I didn't know what was happening. I was like really confused and kind of like just happy and shocked. I'm like, "Whoa, is this grown like man/woman like trying to get at me?" And then I don't know, it was just so weird. Like it was not because it was a person of transgender, but just because it would just caught me off guard. Like as soon as I stepped off the train, like, "Hey, sex, how you doing?" Whoa, like caught me off guard, buddy. I mean,
that's funny.
A very confusing.
Yeah, oh my god, that is a weird story, mostly for a 10-year-old.
No, I said like I'm not even like this ain't even like pulling like just pulling out the eyes. Like this is like real. Like it was just. And I told my mom, and she's like, "What?" It was like it was just so.
No, that is a weird encounter.
I believe it.
It's Portland. Yeah,
it's Portland. Yeah, it's Portland. I would say I believe it.
That's why they keep Portland weird.
It is a weird place. I won't deny.
That's why I don't go there that often. It's such a weird thing to go.
Okay, so we're gonna move into the game show portion of the podcast. This is where our editor will put in the intro. And now we're here. So Angel, you agreed to do 2 games, right?
Yep.
So okay, we're gonna start out with Would You Rather. Would you rather, for anyone listening, is we're going to give him 2 different situations for 2 different rounds, and he's going to tell us why he would choose one over the other and explain why he chose them. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Let's do this one. Okay. Would you rather bathe every morning with a fire hose, or relive the same day over and over? And why?
Uh, I would probably choose bathing with the fire hose every day. Reason being is I don't think you would want to be stuck in a time where you live the same day, eat the same, or not. You wouldn't have to eat the same meal, but it's pretty much living the same thing over and over and over. And we had time to please me. So yeah, I would take the hose, and I might go like a soap can on it, so I don't got to sponge on me and just get the cleaning. I might come out a little red from all the bruising, but yeah, I'm definitely taking the hose.
That thing's like
I don't know, man.
coming at you like a cannon, man.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm
Shit.
like Groundhog Day. Me, man. Maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to take I wouldn't want to
He's
take
not
the
gonna-
hose. Especially you got like if you accidentally drop your soap, you gotta bend over the hose hit you pretty hard. So gotta be careful.
It's gonna get that deep cleaning, dude. That's that deep
Yep.
cleaning.
Okay. So final answer: bathe every morning with a hose. Okay. Fire hose. All right.
Imagine that thing being a pressure washer.
Ooh, it is. It's a huge pressure washer. All right.
I know, but still, just imagine.
Okay.
dude.
This one's a little bit harder. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Would you rather assemble an entire warehouse of IKEA furniture, or give birth to an evil alien who will cause the downfall of humanity? And why?
Give.
Huh.
I mean, that's after I give birth.
Yes, you can watch the down.
Good question.
Yeah,
good
you
question.
can watch. You can watch the fall of humanity if you want. In this scenario, you would live. Yeah, I'll throw that in.
I'll allow you to
I'll
live.
allow you to
I
live.
would rather give birth to an alien. This sounds more like a more entertaining thing than just sitting there and building damn desks and freaking tables all day. So, and not even all day. I didn't take at least a couple years if you're fast at it, maybe. Yeah,
Damn.
you could pretty much say that you brought what's that one thing called where they think there wasn't
An end to an
no, they
era.
call it
Yeah.
the end of the world
Apocalypse.
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 Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I pretty much brought that upon the earth. And
Would you
He's the
be-
father of the apocalypse.
I was gonna say, would you be one of those parents who be like, "Yeah, that's my kid. He did that. I'm proud
Yep.
of him." Yeah.
you gotta support your children, no matter. No, I'm choosing I'm never choosing the giving birth to an alien. That sounds a lot more fun and entertaining.
That's funny. I can see him do that. Actually.
Okay. All right, that's the end of humanity. Okay, so now it's a little bit the final game. Now the final game you chose is One of Us. One of Us is a game where you create a group, an organization, or a cult. And I sent you the list. Do you have the list with you?
I can pop it up real quick.
Okay, yeah, I sent you the list of a few topics that you have to put in your speech, your spiel to sell us on your group. If you don't have a name for your group, that's fine. And then after you kind of give us your speech, we'll decide if we want to join your group or cult, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, whatever it is you're making.
If you want, I can send them again really quick.
Wait, is it the one with the
Just
three?
read them
the
out.
three prompts?
Yeah, the 3 prompts.
I didn't know that. All right. I know I'm gonna put that in together. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do with that one. So it's what the spirit animal is one thing, then which lurks below.
Yes, those are the 3 prompts you had to. Those 3 prompts have to be in your speech somewhere.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know if I can do that. It's a little complicated.
I don't know, Chris. Could you come up with a group that you can come up with a speech using those 3 prompts?
Send me the prompts really quick,
Yeah.
or put them in the wherever where I don't know where you want to put them.
I will copy. I'll put it in the guest Discord.
The guest.
Yeah, the
room,
guest
should we,
room.
right?
or should we switch to the lever? I don't know. So we gotta waste too much time on it.
No, we can skip this game if you.
Yeah, what's the lever? Is it more? Is it as complicated as that? I don't know. I just did it already. So the story should let me know ahead of time.
Bro, I sent you the video and everything, man. I do.
He didn't get it. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me see. These are the spirit animals. One of the things to that which lurks below.
Could you come up with a mini speech using those prompts?
All of them, or just
all
one
3
of
of them?
All 3
That's
of
not
them.
that hard. Those are like really easy.
It's not hard, but I'm just saying, like, this is all like all over the place.
You don't.
Sure, I can
Go.
come up with one. I ain't gonna do it now. It's
No,
just
you have to
dumb.
come up with something.
It's
I
a
can come
dumb
up with it now, right? It's not that hard to come up with one right now. Using those prompts?
Okay. And this is to
Bam,
okay,
just
all right,
make up
whatever.
a group, Chris. So you're trying to recruit us.
This is gonna be a fail then. I'm gonna be like that. I don't know if you guys seen that video where the guy can sell ice cubes to a polar bear.
Do that.
Yeah.
Do that. That's all you're doing.
Well, whatever.
Come on, back up your boy. Back up your boy here.
All right, just because it's for Angel, I'll do it for Angel because he's my boy, and I'll do anything for Angel.
Yeah, I like to get done with me. Let's go.
All right, whatever. That's fine. If we sink in the ship together. All right. Okay, so I guess the group is gonna be called the Petals. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. We're just gonna call it the Petals. All right.
Okay.
So if I had to put a speech to make you guys join, it'd be like this. All right. So what is it called? Scenario, right? All right, yeah, scenario. So I'm just walking up to you guys or whatever in your wherever it is you guys are. I don't care. It doesn't matter. So I walked up to you guys like, yo, guys, would you guys like to hear about our my group?
Sure.
Yep.
No? All right. Well, anyways, I'm gonna tell it to you anyways. So it's called the Petals, right? Don't worry about the name. It's just what's that word called?
I don't know. You're the.
It's just a prototype. Yeah, whatever the other word for a mock-up. There you go. It's a mock-up. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, so pretty much what we're all about is you know, we're like the spirit animals of the flower people, flower people. That's the thing that, one thing led to another with chemicals and stuff, all that stuff. Kind of a nuclear accident, that thing which lurks below, it's just pretty bad. But anyways, world's gonna die soon, it's apocalypse in like give or take 5 days. And yeah, we're gonna be the ones that are gonna lead the world now. So, come join us if you want. If you don't, well, you're probably gonna die, but that's okay. We all have a choice. Still America. After all, it's America, freedom of speech and whatnot. So yeah, come join us. There's gonna be like free shirts and everything.
Well,
I don't care about you. Then go away. I don't care. Y'all can die.
Okay,
Now he's got one.
Okay. So this is okay. We'll do it as this is the counterpoint to the Petals. There's the other side. Okay, what's the other side? What is yours called then? What is the anti-Petals? I don't know.
My group is called the Down Below.
Ooh, so this is that you're nervous. So now, okay, what I'll do is I'll try to join one of you depending on who's selfish.
All right. I'm gonna explain why. The Down Below is an organization that started about 200 years ago, before mankind really was develop into what it is now. Originally back then, ancient aliens ruled the world, and a lot of things were going on. And to pretty much save the Earth, they sacrificed themselves and were buried in the crust of Earth. So now what we're doing is bringing them back. And the way we're bringing them back is we got these things called talismans. And pretty much with these talismans, we gain the power of spirit animals by holding them. So this is what we use to our advantage to be able to get to the top and defeat any organization we want to be. And we're all doing this because we want to bring back the aliens and take back what's rightfully ours, and we will get what we want, and we'll wait for us down below. Woo! I just pulled up. So which
Not
are you
bad.
joining?
Yeah, geez, which one are you joining?
So Chris got all the points because he actually used all the prompts. You were close, Angel. You missed one. You missed one.
Sweet animals and which. Oh yeah,
One thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
one thing led to. I was like counting like if you had all the prompts. You just missed one, but you got it. You got it. Like
Yeah.
next time we get all together.
He got it for
Next time we all get together.
Yeah, so next time he comes
Yeah, we can
over.
play the actual game. It's like basically I actually have the game where you just kind of do this like over and over. But yeah, so at the moment, Chris, you had all the prompts, so you technically win. But being in an organization that brings ancient aliens sounds close to the alternative to Scientology, so I'd rather do that.
Scientology, really? Okay.
The anti,
That means you're gonna have to pay for your membership.
I don't know. Angel, is there a membership payment or what is it?
For what?
Yes, he's a greedy person. He wants to get all the money in the world.
No. It's those who fully commit themselves to the cause and believe in what they work for.
All right. So okay, so we're at the end of the show now. At this point, Angel, go ahead and shout out anything you want.
Pretty much the only thing I want to shout out is the brand. The brand is just there to help people. I truly do really want to help people any way I can. So if you guys are interested in that, and want to see future drops, or even just follow the brand page. The brand page is at All Rise 1997. Jesus, I'm gonna put Jesus on the spot. He's gonna shut the brand page out when he posts this podcast. You guys will have an easier way to get to it. I appreciate Jesus.
It's gonna be the thumbnail.
Thanks for having me on the podcast. I had a fun time. I know I ain't the best with my words, but we made it happen. So thank you guys.
It's okay, dude. You can come back again anytime.
No, it was a real pleasure talking with you again. All right, then. Well, everyone, thanks again for listening. Until next time.
Peace.